Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Outer Rim Cantina. My name's Alan, and today I'm here to talk about the brand new community transmission that just dropped for Star Wars Battlefront 2. And not only does this newest CT go over what we're going to see in the August update, which is coming to Battlefront 2 on August 28th, it also details what we're going to get in September and what the future of Star Wars Battlefront 2 will be further ahead in 2019. So without further ado, let's just dive right into this CT because there is a lot to talk about. So, August kicks off with both the Separatist Dreadnought and Republic Venator becoming playable in Heroes vs. Villains. Since the release of Capital Supremacy, this edition has been highly requested, and we are incredibly happy to be adding them to our rotation. We've taken areas within both capital ships and turned them into playable locations that we believe will be great for small-scale hero gameplay. So, first thing on the list for this month's update is two brand new Heroes vs. Villains maps, both in the Separatist Dreadnought and Republic Venator. I am personally very excited about this because, to me, like, one of the best— I love Capital Supremacy, that's my favorite game mode. But one of the things I love most about Capital Supremacy is actually the capital ship interiors. I love being able to run around in the Venator and the Dreadnought, through all these tight hallways, throw grenades everywhere. It's just, I love it. I love it so much, and I'm so excited to see these two maps in Heroes vs. Villains. That being said, I probably would like to see the mysterious crate HVV map that we still haven't gotten, but we do know exists. I would really like to see that more, but, you know, these two maps are good as well. I hope that we'll eventually be seeing the crate map in the HVV rotation, because that is also one of my favorite maps in the game. So next we're talking about capital ship interior changes. After watching discussions around Capital Supremacy, and in particular, the capital ship phase, we've made some changes to the interiors of both capital ships. The assault on the capital ship will continue to have two sub-phases, but both are evolving. Once you've breached the enemy ship, you have 5 minutes to destroy it before the action returns to the ground. In order to destroy the ship, you must first capture one of two available command posts located on the ship. If you succeed in that, your team will gain an additional 5 minutes to be able to fire on the enemy target. Any damage caused to the enemy ship will be persistent, meaning that even if you fail to destroy the target fully, you can pick up right where you left off in subsequent assault attempts. Next, we're changing the capital ship phases to be based on a timer. This means that the attacking team will now have a 5-minute window to destroy the generators. Once the timer runs out, the battle will return to the planetary phase. We are also implementing some new changes to the artwork within the ships themselves. We're incredibly happy with the way Capital Supremacy is going, and these changes will continue to be something we evaluate and monitor over time. And again, super happy about this, because even though Capital Supremacy is my personal favorite game mode, one of the things that I've always hated about the mode recently is the timer for the capital ship phase. And especially now that they've made it to like 10 or 20 seconds or whatever when you plant the bomb on the engines, it just doesn't give you enough— it just doesn't give the defenders enough time to get in there and disable the bomb before it goes off and you lose either the objective or the game as a whole. So this whole being based on a timer, where you have 5 minutes to capture a command post actually inside the ship, and that gives you another 5 minutes to destroy the generators, which now you actually have to shoot at, is a very welcome change, I think, and it should help the mode go by a lot quicker instead of having, you know, like 2-hour matches of Capital Supremacy, which are fairly common. So I think it'll just make the game mode all around better. Up next on the list is contextual spawning. Following the trend of making updates to Capital Supremacy, we're bringing a much requested and beloved feature to the game. Through our new contextual spawning system, you will be able to spawn on dynamic tactical assets on the battlefront, starting with command posts in Capital Supremacy and instant action. Once you've been defeated in battle, you will be presented with the squad menu as normal. Alongside your squad members, you will now be presented with a list of command posts to spawn on as well. You will have the ability to spawn on any command post that your team has currently captured, even if it is being contested. You can spawn on any command post that your team is in full control over. You will spawn close to the command post at one of the preset spawn locations that is contested but under your team's control, and you will spawn a little further away from the command post at one of the preset spawn locations. You will not be able to spawn on a command post if it's under the enemy team's control, even if your team is contesting it, and it is a neutral command post that has yet to be captured. Again, another great change to Capital Supremacy. I absolutely love how they're not really redoing the whole mode, but they're just adding all of these features that the player base has been requesting pretty much since the game mode came out, and all of the changes they're making to Capital Supremacy sound great and honestly can only make the game mode better. So I'm super excited to play Capital Supremacy again on August 28th. So next on the CT is droid appearances. Over the last few months, we've released a number of appearances for clone troopers across a variety of legions. So the Separatists don't feel left out, we're bringing 3 new appearances for the B1 battle droid this month. Each of the below appearances will be for all 4 trooper classes: Assault, Heavy, Officer, and Specialist. Number 1 is the Pilot. Bridge crews served aboard the Separatist flagships consist primarily of battle droids responsible for managing the fleet's autonomous capital ships and starfighters. Number 2 is Jungle. When fighting in jungles and dense forest environments, some tacticians apply camouflage to their detachments of battle droids in order to minimize the chances of detection. And number 3 is Training. Inside the secret cloning facilities on Kamino, cadets spar against training droids in simulated battle scenarios. The battle droids will also have the default and Geonosis-based appearances, both of which will be free to everyone and selectable should you wish. The August update is scheduled for deployment on August 28th, and we'll be back with full release notes next week. That covers August, but what about September, which comes next? But first, I just want to say that I'm super happy that they're finally adding some battle droid appearances, because after all the love the Republic and the clone troopers have been getting with all the different Legion skins, just playing the Separatists is honestly just kind of boring now, since you can't really customize your battle droids that much. So this will definitely make playing as the Separatists a lot better, and I will definitely be buying all 3 of these skins. Probably only for Specialists though, just because that's like the only trooper class that I play anymore. So that is what is coming in the August 28th update. Again, lots of changes to Capital Supremacy, so that mode will be even better than it already is, along with some brand new skins. But what about September? Well, September is shaping up to be a great month. We have a new large-scale map, 2 new ways to play, a new reinforcement, and a community challenge for one of the most requested appearances to date. We're still a month away from release, but we're currently targeting a deployment date of September 25th. So here is what we have planned for September. Number 1, Felucia. The Separatist invasion of Felucia is nearing its end, with only a single powerful vehicle left to cover the evacuation of a Felucia farming community. The clones struggle to maintain their last line of defense long enough for the Republic transports to collect a large cache of valuable medicinal supplies from the village. As the droids advance towards the clone's position, the squad chooses to go on the offensive, destroying the dreadnought responsible for the attack. However, the droids have a plan of their own: ensure the Republic can't escape with the plants by bringing down their Venator. Similar to other Capital Supremacy maps, Felucia is broken into multiple areas with a set theme for each command post. Themes range from traditional Felucia farms, a cave that used to be inhabited by an indigenous Rancor, or the remnants of the mighty Sarlacc. Felucia has been built from the ground up with Capital Supremacy in mind, and is shaping up to be one of the best looking planets we've built to date. And while we've been having a ton of fun in our internal playtests on it, we are eagerly awaiting your arrival. So, that's right, the next map we're going to be getting next month in September is going to be Felucia, specifically for Capital Supremacy to start out with. I do hope that it eventually moves to Galactic Assault and we get, the HVV map and the Blast and the Strike maps to go along with that. But I'm very, very excited for this planet. It's one of the most beautiful planets in the Star Wars galaxy, in my opinion. And it'll also finally give me a chance to bring out my 327th Star Corps Troopers. So I cannot wait until September with this brand new map. Also in September, 4-player online co-op is coming to Battlefront. For this experience, you will team up with 3 other players, old friends or new, for a large-scale PvE adventure. You can choose to play as either the Galactic Republic or Separatist Alliance, and partake in massive battles on all 5 Clone Wars planets in Battlefront 2. Depending on what faction you've selected, the experience on each planet will be different. For example, the droid army will be invading the planet of Naboo, while defending if the battle moves to Geonosis. If you decide to play as the clone army of the Republic, the roles will be reversed on each planet. In co-op, all troopers, reinforcements, vehicles, heroes, and villains will be available to play. However, the same is true for AI, as the new AI system introduced in Capital Supremacy has been expanded upon to also feature vehicles, heroes, and villains in co-op. So yes, we are finally getting some new single-player content, which I know has been highly requested among the player base, even though it personally doesn't interest me that much, as I don't really play offline. Most of the time when I'm playing Battlefront, I'm either doing my daily challenges or playing HVV with some friends. But this is very exciting now that we finally get heroes and villains to fight against in offline. Like, that's something that I've always wished this game had, was AI heroes and villains, and now we are finally about to get that, and it'll be amazing. I can't wait. Even I'm going to play the new offline game modes, and it's gonna be great, dude. I cannot wait. Next is Instant Action. We're happy to announce that Instant Action is making its return to the Battlefront franchise, and we think it's something a number of you are really going to like. Each month, we've seen the comments about a large-scale game mode that can be enjoyed within a single-player environment. We know that solo players matter and can confirm it's real and arriving in September. In this mode, both teams are fighting over 5 command posts, similar to Capital Supremacy. Hold a majority of them until your team score reaches 100% to win the game. At release, you will have access to all the maps that are currently available within Capital Supremacy, Naboo, Kamino, Kashyyyk, Geonosis, and Felucia. So we're finally getting offline Capital Supremacy just without the ship phase, and also along with that, while you will have access to all of the heroes, villains, vehicles, and everything, so will the AI, so you will be fighting against AI vehicles and heroes as well. So again, I cannot wait for this new Instant Action. It sounds like it's going to be an amazing experience, and I cannot wait to try it out for myself. Next up is the brand new reinforcement that we're getting in September, the highly requested and teased Clone Commando. As one of the most elite forces within the Grand Army of the Republic, the Clone Commandos would come to be respected by allies and feared by enemies. With conflict raging across the galaxy, the Republic organized the Commandos into squads who quickly became a pivotal resource in the ongoing war effort against the Separatists. The ability to switch from blaster to grenade provide the Clone Commandos with a great deal of versatility, allowing them to adapt to the situation ahead of him. We've been waiting for this moment for a while now, and the arrival of the Clone Commando is almost upon us. We think you're going to absolutely love playing as them. For added cool factor, you'll also see the Commando making the change from primary fire to grenade himself. In addition, we've added all the necessary animations to ensure we stay as close to the source material as possible. So, the Clone Commando's primary weapon is going to be the DC-17M repeating blaster rifle, which is something that we found in the files months and months ago, and that is when all the rumors about the Clone Commandos really started, was from those files being found. His left ability is going to be an anti-armor attachment, which reconfigures the DC-17M into a grenade launcher that fires up to 3 small grenades with high efficiency against vehicles and shields. The right ability is going to be a Repulsor Blast, which discharges a short-range shockwave that temporarily disorients enemies and knocks them back. And the middle ability is called Battle Focus. It activates a damage protection aura for the commando and nearby allies. Additionally, any damage the commando deals to enemies replenishes his base health. So, from that, it sounds like we're going to get the authentic clone commando experience that a lot of us know and love from the OG Republic Commando video game way back in like 2005, I think, is when it came out, so it'll be very exciting to see. The only thing that I wish, but I know probably won't happen, would be to have the ability to play the commando in first person, so we get that that visor aesthetic that we got in the Republic Commando game. But considering all the other reinforcements, you can only play in third person. We'll probably only be able to play the commando in third person as well, but it would just be really cool to be able to play in first person and get that helmet or HUD effect. But regardless, I am super excited for the commando. I think it's going to be a great addition to the game and a throwback to the OG Star Wars video game days. Next on the list is the Appearance Challenge. During September, we're releasing a community challenge that grants you the ability to unlock a highly requested appearance. More details will follow closer to the challenge, but we have a sneaking suspicion that fans of Luke Skywalker and Star Wars A New Hope will enjoy this one. We'll be back in September with a number of transmissions dedicated to co-op, instant action, the Republic Commando, and the full release notes themselves. Be sure to keep an eye out for them all. So that is what is coming in September as well. We can expect lots and lots of CTs dedicated to all those individual things, the co-op, the instant action, the Commando, all of that stuff, and also I'm glad they're doing another appearance challenge. That is something that I personally love with this game, and I wish they would do them more often, because the ones they have done in the past are really cool. But moving on from August and September, what about later in the year? As we move through the remainder of the year, we will have new reinforcements, appearances, and a brand new front menu system, which allows you to play the era of your choosing. We will also be working towards the release of content inspired by Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. While we don't want to go into exact specifics, we can confirm that we will be building a new planet and some new reinforcements based on the conclusion to the galaxy-spanning Skywalker saga. We'll be back with more details on each of the above as we get closer to their release. The next few months are an exciting time for the game, and we're incredibly grateful that you've chosen to come on this journey with us. We can't wait to experience more of Star Wars Battlefront 2 with you. And here is the brand new 2019 roadmap, fully updated for what's coming in August all the way to December with Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker content. So there you have it, that is the end of this brand new community transmission. We will be getting another one next week with the full release notes for the August 28th update, and when September rolls around, we will be getting lots more community transmissions talking about all the brand new stuff we're getting next month as well. So now that we've gone over all of the new stuff coming to the game, my overall opinion of it is it's exciting, dude. I cannot wait for all of this content to drop. Now, is this community transmission bigger than, say, the EA Play one with the 4 new heroes and Geonosis and Capital Supremacy? That's kind of up for debate. I've seen people say that it is, I've seen people say that it isn't, but regardless of whether or not it's bigger than the last big one we got, all the content listed in the CT is absolutely amazing. It sounds great, and I can't wait for it to come to the game. And we also know from this that the game is far from being dead and is being supported at least through 2019, since we're getting the Rise of Skywalker content with a new map and probably some more heroes too, perhaps Zori Bliss and Janna, and I don't know what kind of villains they could add, but we'll just have to wait and see, and that's part of the mystery. But for now, that is all the time I've got. I know this was quite a long update video, but there was a lot to cover in this community transmission. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I would love to know what you think of all of the content coming to Battlefront 2 down in the comments. But that's all the time I've got for today. I will see you guys back here in the cantina on Thursday for another Star Wars video. Until then, may the Force be with you.